up? Dan McDonald, Life Regenerator. I just wanted to make a video real quick again. A lot of people want to know what's up. People text me and call me and stuff, and I don't have any energy to answer the phone or text anybody or do anything except keep turning the crank on the bicycle there. Today was a pretty tough day. I woke up and I was just going to do a little tiny ride from Raton, New Mexico. I was going to go north to a place called Trinidad, Colorado. That would have been like a 25-mile ride, but the problem was there was fires. So the highway was closed off. So I went to bed last night thinking, okay, cool, because I'm pretty ripped last night after a 45-mile press. You know, 45 is pretty easy though, but still I haven't really rested for like a week. I've been riding every day for like a week, and I keep thinking, okay, I'll get to this next town and then I'll just chill out and I'll get a massage. But you never know what the town has. There's been no massages, there's been no real food. I mean, basically, well, there was some melons. In the last town that I was in, there was some melons, and I ate like probably 10 or 12 melons. I don't know, that's all I ate. And then I had lettuce, you know. So I'm going to be known as the dude who made it across the U.S. on Welch's grape juice, which I got some more because I'm kind of getting addicted to it. It's the only thing that I can rationalize that I can find. It's Welch's 100% grape juice, because I don't want any sugar or anything ghetto like that, but this stuff is consistently there. So I'm probably drinking 20 bottles of that so far on this ride, you know, and that's, but because I'm not going to, like, that's as low as I'll go, you know what I mean? Like, I know that I could eat some quinoa that I saw in the store, but I don't know where I would cook it, you know what I mean? Because it has protein in it. My body is dying for protein, but there's nothing. I'm not going to eat sardines. I'm avoiding eggs, and even if I was going to eat some eggs for some amino acids, there's no quality eggs anywhere, because these are little towns, and the further east that I get, the lower the food consciousness goes. So we're in pretty bad shape, and I saw people at the restaurant today. I did order a nice ghetto salad, 6 of them, and then I just took the fresh homemade salsa. So, you know, God provides, you know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of it. I'll never complain. If I was going to complain, I would complain about today. And what I would complain about is probably not the legs, which are sore. I probably wouldn't complain about the wrists, which you get really sore wrists because you have to stay like this for about 9 hours today I rode. I'll finish the story in a minute, then I'll go back, I'll digress. It's not so much the sunburned and dehydrated lips, although those can be quite irritating. It's not the sunburned face, it's not the sunburned ears, that's not that bad. If I was going to complain, I would complain about the gosh darn wind in my flippin' face, man. Not all day, but just for like the last half of the day. Imagine riding 45 miles, 85-degree heat, on ghetto salad, but it was actually pretty good because it was fresh. The lettuce was fresh, the Iceburg lettuce was fresh, the cabbage, there was a lot of cabbage and a lot of carrots. And the salsa was really fresh, so it was cool, it was legit. I was very thankful. The lady never seen anybody eat so many of those. I was like, bring me another one. She's like, for real? I was like, hell yeah. I did that like 3 more times after she said that. She's like, damn, dude. Saw those people there though, a lot of obesity, because they had the chili fries and the curly fries and the burgers and the cheesy enchiladas and stuff, and a lot of obesity, a lot of different disorders that you can see, and disfigured bodies and just warped out bodies. And I'm glad that I live the way I live, because my body is nice and it works really well and it gets me through. 87 miles today. Now I'll go back to the story. I like to color things in, and this is another one of those videos where I'm just catching up with my people, you know, my friend. I think about you guys all day, every day. I think about this life regenerator thing. There's no one in the world who's more blessed than me. That's the truth. But I was going to ride just 25 miles into a much larger town, Trinidad, where I was sure I could get a massage somewhere, take a couple of days off. I even heard there was a co-op there. So I would have been able to find some fresh organic fruits and vegetables or whatever. I did find some salad mixes, you know, those little Earthbound Farms. Some 3 organic salad things, and then I found some cherry tomatoes, those little cherubs they're called. And then I got some limes and some avocados. So I'm going to have that for dinner. So I'm really, again, you know, God provides, and I'm always thankful. But I woke up with the mind state of, oh, 25 miles. Now 25 miles, I can do that with my eyes closed, sleeping. You know what I mean? You start talking about, you know, 40 miles, and you're like, okay, that's a little bit of a 45 miles, that's a little bit of a workout. That's going to take you probably 3 to 4 hours to do that. You got to stop and drink water, stretch out a little bit. But 87 miles today took me 9 hours. I did take about half an hour, 45 minutes at that little restaurant in Des Moines to have like 6 plates of ghetto salad, which was very grateful for that. I'm glad to be here. I'm going to take a shower, wash the dirt. It's like salt. My whole face has a salt crust around. It's weird. Because the wind. Oh man, the wind. And then the lady at the dealer said, oh, that's not going to stop. I'm like, crap. If it wasn't a headwind, it was a side wind blowing me over, and they were real strong winds. I know there's probably going to be a lot of that through these flatlands. I'm headed through, I'm in Clayton right now, New Mexico. I'll be heading into Boise City, Oklahoma tomorrow. I would like to take a day off, but these little ghetto towns, once I eat up all the melons and drink all their grape juice, which I clear the shelves on this grape juice lately. I wish I could be 100% raw, but it's not practical. I mean, I'm 99% raw food, which is pretty, you know, commendable in a way. Like, I just have a lot of skills, really, to be able to pull it off. You know what I mean? And after, you know, 10 or plus years of being on raw foods, maybe 11 by now, I don't know. I got a lot of skills, and I have a lot of determination to just, because when I look at the food, I think, is this going to add bioelectrical energy? Now, the iceberg lettuce isn't the greatest thing in the world, but I look at that and I see like hydrating water. I see, you know, fiber. I just see satiation, chewing. Then it gets me down the road for another 45 miles after that. Now I'm here. I had a couple of melons at the store. They were all right. One of them was good. The other one was overripe, so I only got to eat 1 melon. But that kind of cooled me out, chilled me out. And now I'm going to take a shower, eat the salad, and go to sleep. It's 6:17, but I try to be in bed by like 8, if I can be, 8 or 9 at the latest, so I can get a lot of sleep. And then I get up really early, about 5:30 in the morning, usually, to meditate. And that's the best part of my day, when I get to spend a half an hour just focused on God. But then I spend the rest of the day trying to remember to stay focused on God, but sometimes I cry and bitch about the wind and the sun, and I think about you guys, but then I remember, oh yeah, I remember to remember God, and then I think about Him pouring light into myself, and then it makes me remember that everything is just dust in the wind, and that none of this is really to be taken that seriously, and that you just do the best you can, and you just have fun. This is really just fun for me. It's real. You know, real pain is better than, you know, the illusion of comfort. It's weird. I don't know why my brain said that today. But we think we're comfortable, but we're really not. We're like kind of struggling inside. before I forget, by the way, I'm working on finding another camera, a new camera, but there's HD cameras everywhere. The flip cameras make HD, and you can find them real easy in Walmart and stuff, but I don't want HD because then the videos will be shorter and the files will be larger and it costs me more to upload them, and then I pay more to have less video time with you. So I'm trying to find a Flip Ultra, so without HD. So I'm looking for that now, and if I don't find one within the next few days, I don't have much time on the computer. I don't have much time to do anything, to talk to people, or I answer a few questions here and there. When you ask questions from the website, I try to focus on that. The website's important. It's my bread and butter. Thank you for your generosity. The donations were incredible. Gave me a lot of hope, gave me a lot of faith. It showed me that there's a lot of love out there for what I'm doing here, which is nothing. I'm just focused on being positive. I could really bitch about how hard today was, but if there wasn't so much doggone beauty, and if I wasn't such a person that just, hey, I'm still alive, I got some organic salad mix with some avocados, and I got a nice place to sleep, to take a shower. I mean, it's just about being positive, because that's it. I mean, you know, I'm just going to be positive. My 12 minutes is up. I'll tell you about the 12 minutes one of these days, about how it all messes with my computer, and it takes me like an extra hour if I go past 12. My name is Dan McDonald. I'm having the time of my life. Today was very, very tough, the toughest day for sure, but I got a jet, so I'll talk to you later. Subscribe and thumbs up, would you? Also comment. I'd love to hear from you. I read every single thing, okay? Goodbye for now.